unboxing videos, but Dad and Mom won't allow. Oh, Dad, what if I buy a voice changer app and hide my face?
I said no.
I didn't do that, man. I was trying to be supportive over here. I didn't mean to. I thought kicking the wheels and shit.
I had a pivot.
I can't remember what I got to do to get these fuckers to connect.
Yeah. He was looking. I was. He asked me. I don't know how to do it.
Once again, but bro, I cannot be around kids. All I had to do was fucking every time.
Do you have kids?
I already spent enough people on
I heard you.
the only kids that I've ever been around, like younger than Patsy, and they're all like, who's one to their name? I thought I was doing so crazy good, but I was talking usually. There's no, I don't need to keep all this with kids. Like, everybody understands.
Yeah.
The dude fucking mom probably just don't hang out with kids. But this one kid, I was like, man, I thought I was doing so great. I showed up, and she was so mad. I didn't even understand like, what was happening. You asked me the next time I talked to her. He was full of the government was at the beginning.
I was like, what did you tell this kid?
Well, the government was at the beginning, but I was joking. I wasn't really. I was like telling you the truth. I mean, it sounds worse than it was, but he got what I was saying though, because I thought I did tell him.
You have permission to walk around
In the courtyard, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, that is so needless to say.
You can't come over my house anymore.
Oh, yeah, there's still come over sometimes, but not me.
I have to keep my kid away from you. You know?
Oh, no. Shit, I swear to God. I'm trying to give good advice, man.
Put you onto something.
Telling you, don't trust people. Yeah.
Can't even trust the government.
Don't believe it. Stories about money, believe it. Carrying Jesus. I didn't know.
It happens that fast. It definitely happens fast. You never know. You never know how the fuck it gets that close. Me is the world limit. It's definitely happy to receive it. Thank you.
It helps with gas money.
It helps, yeah. So this is Funnier in Person, episode 10 or X if you was Roman. Time to forever.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm your favorite cousin from the audience. Y'all know you have. I am Buddy 1.5. I'm here with my co-host with the most
belly fat. I can't help it. It's always on.
This is also our first episode of the new year. So, Happy New Year. We hope you party safely. Obviously, if you're able to watch this, hopefully you're not in the hospital for something that happened. Absolutely, you're watching this from the comfort of your home with your dad or your shelter, wherever you were at. And they had a great party here. Everybody was, if you was here, you made it. Shout out to you if you didn't. Still shout out to you wherever you at, wherever you decided to have fun at. We're happy to have you back here with us and that you made it through the new year. died. Not charged? They're charged. Happy that you made it through the new year and that you're here with us in this new year, 25 and 25. So I saw that. I think it's called the Finn Comedy Festival. So I was looking into that for us to see if we should both submit, but it's like a $50 submission fee. Wow. I'm not interested in paying $50 to tell jokes. Okay. When I got to travel across the country. My biggest issue with that is, like, hey Clay, my guy Clay, would you mind turning it down a little bit? You don't have. You can keep it on like just a little bit. Thank you. My apologies. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my guy. We got to get Clay on the show. He's a good guy. He's awesome. He's funny too. He just had me over here cracking up. No doubt about that. So he's definitely funny in person. We had Battle 53. My biggest. Also, we talk about comedy festivals. Yeah. So comedy festivals. All right. So I'm a person who feels like you got to invest in yourself, right? I understand that, and I appreciate that. My issue is, it's not paying the $50. It's the unsure. If you're going to get in, yeah, I think that now it feels like a scam. If you just tell me I got to pay $50 and you know for a fact I'm in your festival, I suck it up. Right. Win, lose, draw, whatever. But the fact that I got to give you $50 just to see if I'm even going to be involved. Somebody really wants to talk to you. To see if I'm even really going to be involved at all is my issue. And I totally get that. I just feel like I can't afford being a single father, just dropping $50 on a comedy festival across the nation. And I want to, and it's just not feasible financially. Not yet. We gotta get more people to watch this show. Not trying to be rude. I think we're getting like 500 views off of my feed. What are you getting off yours? Honestly, I don't count, but with anybody that is, I just look at my Facebook, see how many views. I know I haven't really did it. I haven't really looked into it. But listen. You can always tell when he gets distracted. What happened? Somebody. My son made these stitches. Uh-oh. You need to make a phone call? That's why I brought mine with me. You okay? But yeah, that's my biggest issue with anything like that. It's like the same thing when you're trying to find a crib. Like I told you before I was moving here. We talked about it probably, but they don't know. Yeah. But I tried to move to Georgia. Mm-hmm. I was gonna move to Marietta, Georgia. Shout out to the Marietta, Cobb County. Right next to Atlanta. Pretty good rent as far as like about 80 miles apart from Atlanta. Yeah. 80 miles? Yeah, it's so far. I drove it all the time to go to my parents' house. You talking about the same spot? Marietta. Yeah. I think. I don't think no. Marietta is North Georgia, North Atlanta. Macon is what I'm thinking of. Macon's 80 miles. Fucking M's, man. Are you sure? Because it's right. You right. It's literally right. That's why I liked about it, because it was right there, but it was out. It's not in town, but right. It wasn't so far out of town that I was, but even then, like, trying to get rental applications done is like, you put these rental applications in, you pay for them, $150 And they don't even call you back. It's like, yo, are you on the, like, do I get the crib? What's up?
Right. They just stealing money at that point.
So it's the same thing with these comedy festivals. I don't want to. I don't. If you told me $100 to be in your comedy festival, if I want to be in the festival and it's exclusive enough, you know what I mean? Like if Kill Tony's doing a comedy festival, and they said we need $200, $250 for you to be in a comedy festival, but
you're guaranteed time.
You're guaranteed in the festival.
Absolutely. I'm all in. I'll go DoorDash my little ass off just to get the money to be on it.
I'm going to do it, but my biggest thing is I give you the $50, and it's like last year I paid, I think, about, I got a check from my management, but we paid at least close to $500 in application fees to get in festivals, and I got accepted to none.
It's ridiculous how this.
So maybe I'm just a bad comic. Like, what is it?
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not a bad comic.
I'm just saying, what is it? What is it doing?
It's stupid. Because I saw what you threw down on Wednesday night, and I was incredibly impressed.
On YouTube now, first set of the year.
Yeah, it was good. And you know what? We both just scratched one state off of our list.
So we got 24 more and 25 to do.
That's right.
If you are watching this and you're a comedian, we are willing to come to a state near you, even if we don't want to do your festival. You might want to come and do an open mic. We'll come, open up. We'll do a feature. We just want to touch the stage in your state. So please get yourself on the list by contacting the Funnier in Person email, right?
That's right, at gmail.com.
Funny in Person, one word, right?
All one word.
We was able to, nobody had that yet, so.
Another blessing in disguise.
So we was able to get the email and contact the email and get us to come out there. And what we're going to do is while we're on the road, we're going to start do an episode. If we're on the road already, we're going to do an episode in that state and let you guys.
I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to miss our road episodes. They are out of control.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely out of control.
Not a normal episode. We're supposed to have a controversial guest on today.
Yes, we are.
Deontay. We had a thing happen here on Monday at an open mic where a guy showed up who's a comedian who wanted to perform, and people felt like he wasn't allowed. They didn't want him to perform.
Yeah, that's correct. So what it came down to is some of the older, more seasoned comics that are here in this area were at this open mic, and then this guy shows up, and he has allegedly attacked and beaten up this girl that is another comic.
Who he was supposed to be in
a relationship with, and he now has a domestic violence order or EPO, whichever it is, on him right now. And these other seasoned comics knew about it because of their increased performances out in the Louisville area, because nobody shuts their mouth, everybody talks. And when it comes down to it, he wasn't really given a fair shake, we don't think.
So he's supposed to come and give him a chance.
Yeah, we were going to give him a chance to
talk for himself, because neither one of us condones the abuse of women in any way, shape, or form. And we don't advocate for people to do things like that. However, we also don't go with the mob or sheep mentality.
That's right.
And we felt like, I know personally, I can speak for myself, I felt like that's what was being perpetrated on that day.
I agree.
Whether justfully or unjustfully so, because
the entire mic had to be shut down.
Yeah, the whole mic got shut down. And the whole thing that too was to me, like for me, it's like people don't want to hear his story, but if a cop shoots a guy,
they'll listen to every word that he's got to say.
What happened?
Right.
It's if a cop shoots a lady, what happened?
Right.
What did the guy do? Like, so it's like, it's never to say that something's justified, but you can't pick and choose when you want to hear the whole story.
In fact, we just had a road trip that we took to Cincinnati, northern Cincinnati, and we were joking on the way, talking about how if I get pulled over while I'm driving and he's in the passenger seat, I'm gonna get shot on sight because I'm driving with black, not driving while black, but I'm driving with black.
We had a joke about it.
We had a good laugh about it, but you know what? This world is being unjust to people without hearing the other side of the story.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times, the one thing I learned about the freedom of speech, I forgot who said it, but is a guy who's really a big freedom of speech guy, and he said, "It's not example of freedom of speech. Is not you expressing yourself freely, but it's allowing someone else to express themselves freely when you don't agree with them."
I 100% agree with
I
that.
forgot who said it, but he said it. It was really good.
That's very profound.
It is. I didn't make that up, but it is. It is something that made me think about it because it's easy for me to sit here and want to say everything I want to say. But can I allow James to say what he needs to say, even if I don't agree with it? It's easy for me to say it when we both agree. Yeah, you're right. But when I don't agree with what he's saying, can I still allow him his right of the freedom of speech to make his point?
And then I will listen to his side of the story and try to figure out if I'm wrong or if he's wrong. And either way, we don't let our differences get in between us because it is very, very, childish.
You know what else is
We're
funny?
grown ass adults.
You know what's funny, James?
What's that?
Everything's not right or wrong.
You're right. There's sometimes in the middle. There's the gray area. I mean,
sometimes we both can be right.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we both can be wrong.
That there's no doubt about it.
There's conversations you can have with somebody where both people just happen to be right.
This is true.
If you really, based on perspective, subjectability, all of those type of things, you know what? This person is not completely wrong. However, I don't want to, like, the person who was shutting down the mic, I did not feel like that guy was completely wrong. I thought that I understood where he was coming from, but I feel like he was kind of being bullied into it.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know what I mean, and made to feel like he had to protect people and do but I still feel like under that, put in that situation to be like like he said himself, the need of the many outweigh the few.
Absolutely.
So when it felt like it was a lot of people who felt a certain way about something and were uncomfortable and not feeling correctly, it's like, who am I protecting now? This guy? And I need to protect these people.
That's true.
But it's like, in my mind, I also wonder, where do we draw the line?
This is a really heavy subject for us to talk about on the very first episode of the year. But you know what? Sometimes shit needs to be said.
Yeah, we just having it. When things happen, we're going to talk about it. And that's why we wanted to get this guy here. But for whatever reason, he didn't show up. Him and his people didn't show up. So we're not going to change what we were already going to talk about. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. This is New Year. You got a guy running people over. And
I absolutely was getting ready to tell you I want to talk about that. Because I've got people down there.
Oh, man. I've been to Louisiana one time in my life. It was 2001. And, side note, I guess, when we get to the seriousness, I was not, and I guess I was not shocked by Katrina. I just say that. I was there in 2001, and it rained. I had an umbrella. I'll never forget. I bought me an umbrella, and I was out there selling books. Shout out to Chapel Sales. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. That's one of the good jobs I had. I used to knock on people's doors.
Yep.
And selling book bibles and magazine subscriptions.
You remind me of that position that Orlando Brown had in that movie. He goes, yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
That movie.
I can't remember which movie it was.
The name of the movie?
Not right off the top of my head.
You didn't get the memo?
Oh, what is it?
You didn't get the memo?
Oh, my God.
That's from the movie, that line. For years, that was a part of our slang. Did you get the memo?
Yeah.
Because it's like.
Oh, yeah. It's from Office Space.
Office Space.
That's what it was.
Oh, my. If you want to know my at least top 5 comedy movies of all time.
That's got to be top 3.
I'm telling you, Office Space is in there. It's hard, but it's in the top 5, if not top 10. Definitely top 10, possibly top 5.
Undoubtedly. I cannot get over Stephen Root running around looking like the biggest dork in the world.
I gave you my stapler and I not get it back.
It was a red swing line.
He goes, I like the guy, the boss.
Oh, yeah. Gary Cole.
We're gonna,
so that's those TBS. Jesus Christ.
My God.
I'm watching that shit when I get home now. I'm so watching it. It's sitting on my counter. I'm just gonna watch it.
We're gonna need you to.
Oh yeah.
It's just hurting. Why is it so hard to breathe for him? Just to sit there. He just can't breathe.
He sounds like somebody with congestive heart failure trying to talk.
He just dying as he's requesting.
I know, because I got congestive heart failure.
And you're living with it. Right?
Absolutely. I take my meds.
That's what's crazy, because my mother, when she passed away, it was a whole thing. Before she passed away, she had congestive heart failure at like a year before.
Oh, it's so horrible.
Not even a whole year, but like in the summer before that, she practically in April.
If you don't take your meds, what it ends up feeling like is you have constant pneumonia.
Oh my
like
God.
You're walking around with fluid in your lungs, and everything rattles. Right. It's so nasty.
I was told by somebody that, I didn't take my mother's life seriously. I should have, because she did die.
Absolutely.
But it was based on the congestive heart failure thing. And I did research, and people do live with it. And I was like, this is not that serious, you know what I mean? And I asked my mother, are you going to die? And my mother told me no. So,
well, and here's the thing about your mother. Remember, it's just a joke.
It's not.
That's a callback to Wednesday.
Thank you. It is. And then some of this stuff is just jokes, and some of it's serious. We're just talking to you guys. We're just people being genuine. We don't want to get canceled. We don't want you to.
We don't have anything to cancel.
If you want to talk to us and get to know us as people, get to know us as people.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, even when you listen to somebody, they're not able to express themselves at the level they need to for you to truly understand where they're coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
My mother was a victim of domestic violence. So believe me, again, not, like to circle back to that, I don't want to see no woman, no man, nobody, because that's another thing too that's not talked about. Men are victims of domestic violence too, almost
100%.
So I don't want to see anybody, any person be a victim of violence in any way, shape, or form. Even my own enemies. I don't wish bad on anybody anymore. At this point, at one point in my life, I was shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I'm not trying to say that to be tough, but that was my mentality. Whether I'm actually meaning literally or figuratively, I felt like the only way to hurt somebody was to attack them in a way. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Now, I don't feel like that. I'm at a space in my life where I just want good things to happen to me, and I want good things to happen to you. And if bad things happen to you, or whatever happens to you, it's kind of out of my control. I don't want to be in control. I don't want to be the curator of that.
You are your own person, and you have to take responsibility for
and I'm not perfect. So there's people who probably want to see bad things happen to me. And I'm not, and because I don't like the way he talks, or I don't like a joke he made. You know what I mean?
It's the whole glass houses philosophy. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
If you got a glass jaw, you should watch your mouth.
That's right.
Because I'll break your face. No. It's 50 Cent.
Oh, makes sense.
50 Cent and Eminem.
Okay.
Patiently wait. What was 50 Cent? But New Orleans, a guy drives a car down Bergen Street. I think it was 11 hurt or injured.
It's 35 injured, 11 killed.
11 killed, so I was wrong.
There was like 50 people involved in the whole thing. And this coward, and I can say that honestly, if you take a motor vehicle and you decide to drive it into a group of people, you are a fucking coward. You are taking people's lives for no reason. And you deserve to get the fires of hell. That's all I've got to say about it. And, the thing is this. I have a very, very close acquaintance that I marched drum and bugle for with that owns a bar on Bergen Street called the Blue Nile. His name's Jesse Page. Shout out Jesse. But he could have been down there walking to his car, going home for the night. He could have been doing anything, and he could have been involved in that. And when it hits that close to home, to people you have to speak up and say something. This is not the first time that I've been involved with a terrorist attack, because when I lived in Orlando, I was actually driving Uber, and around the corner from the nightclub shooting at Pulse nightclub.
Pulse, yeah.
That night, I was literally driving up through it, and I pulled into the 7-Eleven catty corner from it on the street. And there was a guy standing there with his phone recording. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? He goes, they're shooting in the nightclub. I said, you're standing here filming it? Are you stupid? And I got in my car and I zoomed off, because the next thing I heard was assault rifle shots being fired in the nightclub. I left. I got the fuck out of there.
You know what? Besides his depravity and just obviously this flawed mental state and all those type of things that's wrong with that guy that makes him like that, I think it's the glamorization that we are facing now of people like Luigi,
Okay.
who see him getting popular online and people making memes and women. And
Yep.
I guess they saying he's homosexual, which I'm not saying. I'm just saying I heard some stuff about that too. But just the fact that people are now throwing themselves at this guy. Some people is really the clout. It's the year. It seems like the year of the clout chaser. It's going to start off with that because I feel like because people are put in prison and allowed to receive mail, and I'm not saying we should take that right away from people.
No.
But it gives people a new level of fame.
Mm-hmm.
And that want for fame can change somebody to make some people do some stuff that I want that fame. I want that. I'm going to go do this.
They're trying to get their 15 minutes.
So that way I can, know I'm going to get a bunch of titty pics in the mail.
Hey, whatever gets you through. No, I'm just playing.
No, I mean, yeah, but it's sad. I think we need to really be careful about how we idolize or pedestal the people who commit some of these heinous acts. Agreed. Whether you agree with the reasoning behind the heinous act or not, it doesn't mean you don't want to glamorize it too much, because now people are gonna. Well, if you feel like he says the reason he drives his car down there is because people shouldn't drink, whatever excuse he gives, that might be one that people may agree with as far as not like the reason for him doing it, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like,
absolutely,
he thinks underage drinking is bad and the things they promote on that street is bad, or whatever he thinks women shouldn't be showing their breasts or be made to show their breasts. Or maybe he has a cousin who was over there. Let's say he said he had a cousin who was over there who got roofied and got raped. We don't want that to happen to his cousins or something like that. However, that doesn't give him a justification to drive a car down the street and kill 11 people and injure 30 or 30. Well,
35.
Well, 24. Oh, the 35.
It's 35 plus 11. It's 46 total.
Yeah, so there's no excuse for that, and I hope that during this year we can learn that early, because in life, as we grow in this new area of social media at a higher level, where we're seeing the actual product of people's fame happening,
Yeah.
The Hawk Tui girl.
I've never seen so many OnlyFans models on fucking TikTok in my entire life. I mean, everybody is out here selling a piece of themselves for whatever it is they're charging.
And we're selling a piece of ourselves.
Absolutely. But you get to watch our shit for free. Right now.
Now. Patreon coming soon.
Maybe.
And an OnlyFans.
Yeah, we might put our shit on OnlyFans. Hell.
So we're not knocking the hustle. However, we're just saying that let's make sure that whatever we're not killing people to make it happen.
Absolutely. There's no reason in the world for that. It's just, it's cowardice. And when it comes down to it.
Now, I'm confused why they call it a terrorist, though. That's what can you help me
because they found a flag for ISIS in his car.
All right, okay.
And they also found some, what is it called? A small incendiary device, an IED.
The thing that cuts off electricity?
No. That's a. God damn it! I forgot. EMP. That's an EMP. An IED is.
He was trying not to get pregnant.
No, that's an IUD. IED is an individual explosive device.
Okay, bro.
That means.
Why we just can't say bomb?
Because I fucking suck. That's why. Because I'm sitting here, I've got this shit in my head, and that is a bomb. Duh, that makes it too easy.
What's the between a single and a double?
I don't know. Maybe it's twice as big.
Is there an EDD? Is there a DDD over there? DE? Oh, you know what I mean. DED? Yeah. Is that one?
A double explosive device.
a group, a GED.
Yeah.
I guess what I got.
You've already got your GED.
His group equals like. But no, like all just.
I'm glad we can laugh about this.
We're not laughing about the incident.
No, I mean, but
you just have us. We gotta just our own stupidity and ignorance.
Absolutely.
To words and catchphrases while we're looking as much as professionals as we can, trying to be professional.
And we all have to come together. I don't care what side of the aisle you fall on. I mean, me and Dirty both. We wish that we could be a part of one of the groups, but we're both felons. And when it comes down to it, we had to have everybody else in this world that isn't on the same life path that we are step up and help take care of this country and give it the direction that it deserves instead of this bullshit where we're.
Well, I'm gonna give you a hot take.
I'm listening.
I'm a person who likes sugar and salt and pepper in my grits.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I say that to say that this again, like I said before, anytime you think somebody's absolutely right, this person's absolutely wrong, without even hearing the stories, when you take a side in the aisle, my opinion is you're showing an absolute example of ignorance, no matter which side you choose.
I agree.
Because the side I want to be on is the side of humanity, the side of man, not a group who's going to tell me that they're right or this group is wrong. Give me the answer. Like that last debate for the presidency, that's all I've seen a lot of people keep saying to each other. Trump was saying Kamala was wrong. Kamala was saying he was wrong. But neither one of them said this is the answer.
Right.
Nobody said this is what we're going to do about homelessness. We're going to take a bunch of abandoned buildings that we have around this whole country. We're going to fit them with bunk beds, and we're going to allow people to have access to them because those buildings are just sitting there empty anyway.
These malls that are losing their businesses because of online shopping. You've got all these brick and mortar buildings out here.
Already made.
We're
going to throw a bunch of bunk beds.
Absolutely. Throw some showers in.
We're going to get some portable joints in there. We're going to set it up. It's going to be really easy to remodel, and we're going to get it so that way there is no more homelessness. Nobody said that. Nobody said, all right, this is the answer to how we're going to make it so that when somebody is an immigrant, they can process themselves into possibly being from an illegal alien into an actual citizen. Nobody gave that. Everybody wants to fearmonger and have you believe that everybody who comes to this country is a criminal. When you think things like that, when you think that, what you're doing is you're going with that idea we said before, that sheep mentality of following the herd instead of realizing that some people just want a better opportunity in the country they come from. And that's a blessing that we live in a country where at least people get the illusion, and some of it is even actually factual, that they can have a better opportunity here than they could have in their country.
And that's one of those things that leads to another thing that baffles me. There are so many unemployed Americans that are in this world, and yet we have people coming from other countries and doing the jobs that they refuse to do. That bothers me.
I think that it's still going to...
I'm not fucking with it.
I think there's still going to be... I think that there's always more job opportunities than people believe. Mm-hmm. It's almost like me, who works in recovery, owning recovery houses. There's still people that's selling drugs. So imagine me, really, literally, they could be making money to tell people to...
That's going to stop in a second.
To say no to drugs. They could be making money doing that, but they haven't been taught that. So I feel like, and even me, I was always seen as a person, and I'm still lazy, don't get it twisted. But a lot of times, every job isn't for everybody.
No.
And if there are people who are willing to do those jobs, that doesn't mean that there is no other jobs for us.
Right.
I just think that we're not able to find or get those conversations to those people, because I always make a joke. I remember me and my friends make stories like this. We said, if you're a liar, you should be working in Hollywood.
Agreed. I mean, it's what they do.
You can write it. You can tell a whole fake story
and report it
and make it believable
and make money off of it.
What? No, I'm just saying, but no, you already have that talent. You already a liar. You tell fake stories and make it believable. What? Let's get this guy in Hollywood.
I mean, we're tired of seeing remade movies.
but what we do is we have a person who has that, and we don't give them a chance in that area.
I know.
So it's like, oh, you're hyperactive. You probably should be playing a sport possibly because you have energy to do that and won't need energy drinks and all that to do that.
That's right.
There's ways. So we take people's character defects or things that we see is wrong with them, and instead of finding ways to push them in to a career, not a job, but an actual career that they can love and be happy to be involved in, we push them into other things. And then we say, oh, that person doesn't want to. No, I didn't want to work at McDonald's. I apologize. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong working at McDonald's. I didn't want to do that. And if somebody from another country or somebody from around the corner wants to go do that job, I'm not mad because I still need there to be a McDonald's for when my son needs chicken nuggets.
Wait a second. Here's my problem though. Let's say you don't want to work at McDonald's, and I'm cool with that, right?
Okay.
But you still want to make money.
I need it.
Yeah, you're going to do what it takes to get the knowledge to do the job you want to do.
No.
You're not going to take that initiative.
I didn't do that.
No.
If it wasn't for my family, I'm just being, you know me, I keep it 6-0. If it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't know about the recovery business.
That's true.
So I didn't really seek out the information. That's why I ended up being a felon.
I understand, but
because I'm just saying, for me, what I did, and I can sit here in front, but I didn't get involved in recovery because I seeked it out. My family was.
I know you didn't seek it out, but what I'm saying is, you did go through an educational process.
To what?
To learn how to run recovery houses.
Again, not voluntarily. What happened was,
okay, it's not voluntarily, but it did end up working for you.
It did, but how? All right, so let me just say this because I don't want to oversell myself. That's what,
okay.
That's what I'm trying to do, James. You
I understand that you're trying to be modest, but
not be modest, but keep it real. My cousin showed me a check over FaceTime. It was a substantial check. It was. I just said it was a $20,000 check. He showed me I haven't made that much of a check yet. Did I say the word yet? But he showed me that he had a $20,000 check from Recovery House. I seen that and I said, hold the fuck on. You can make that much. He didn't tell me you have to own multiple houses. It's not just one house. He just told me that he showed me that check. I said, how much that's for? He said, 1 month. $20,000 in 1 month? I still wasn't sold completely, but I knew I wanted to get a recovery house. And then he told me that it costs this much money to open it up. I said, all right. So initially, I was going to try to hustle to get that money. Then I had a dream that I went to prison or jail. I was locked up. And I was telling the people in the jail, man, I was just about to get out the game, yo. I was about to go move with my cousin and open up recovery houses. I'm about to be making money and tell people say no. Why was I still doing that? It was like, I see the way it ended.
Yep.
And then I decided to come out here and say, I'm going to work for the money. Because originally I was going to try to just hustle to get the money. But then when I had that dream and I got scared, I came here and said, all right, I'm going to work for the money. Give me a job in recovery.
I get it.
Then they said, no, we're not going to give you a job until you get clean. Now, my eyes and my head was on that $20,000 check. That I'm still here 3.5 years later, still ain't get a $20,000 check yet. Not of no one's fault, because it's the way that we have to get a certain amount of houses. However,
and you got to keep them full.
And you got to kind of keep them full, yeah. After you get a certain, yeah, but you want to keep them full, yeah. But I never was able to get the amount of houses or the deal that I needed to get that to make that happen.
Right.
I'm working on getting houses. Shout out to my new landlord. Shout out to him. If you're in Laketon area or even if you're around it, make sure you go to Prince Cuts on Richmond Road.
Right next to Papa John's.
Right. They do good services, and that's one of my new people I'm messing with. So please go support my guy and get your haircut there. They got nails and all different type of stuff that they can get done there. Men and women. Prince Cuts. Go support them. But I digress. The whole point is, I still was ready to leave. When I got off the bus, my cousin said, you can't smoke anymore. I said, what? I can't smoke right now. I said, you can't work in recovery and smoke. I said, I quit. He said, you got past the piss test. I said, who's piss testing me? He said, me. I said, then how am I fail? What you mean? You're my cousin. What are you talking about? I wanted nepotism.
Right.
I did.
I get it.
And he said to me, no, you either do it the right way or the wrong way. I was ready to jump back on the bus, but in my back of my brain, I said, you ain't where else would you be able to make a $20,000 check? You better stay
You better
here.
sell like 20 cars a month.
You better sit here and do it and finish this and at least get to there. And then once you get to that, you can leave. You gonna move anyway. You're gonna move to Georgia. Once you start making that much money, you can move to Georgia, have a crib out there. Ain't nobody gonna know what you're doing in Georgia.
That's correct.
That was my original plan. But most people don't have a thing that's offered to them that's that lucrative or that much of an incentive to do something. When I was told I needed to pass it, I was a pipe layer. I think I told you before, right? I laid pipe. Yep. I was laying pipe.
I laid pipe too.
Did you lay pipe or lay pipe?
I've divorced twice. I like that pipe. Anyway,
you know what's funny when you say that?
What's that?
Because when you do lay pipe, you have to do a thing called the pressure test.
That makes sense.
And if you laid the pipe correctly, it would pass the pressure test. So the fact you was divorced twice shows that your pipe laying
defective.
And did it not pass the pressure test?
Oh, I got a failed engagement too. Let's not forget that one.
But so your pipe, you laid the pipe, but you didn't pass the pressure test.
Oh, fuck that pipe.
But no, I could have got a $10 upgrade. I would have been making $27 an hour instantly if I could just pass a drug test.
And that's awesome.
But I never would quit weed to do it.
Right.
Because it wasn't enough of an incentive. So I think that's what it comes down to, finding things that incentivize the person to make them want to possibly change.
Yeah, that's $1,600 a month.
What?
40 or $10 extra an hour. 10 times 40 is 400. 400 times 4 is 1,600.
Yeah, so
it's a $1,600 a month raise.
But that could be a lot.
It can be.
But when you think, but also at the same time, it could be shit.
After taxes. Let's not go there.
So it's like incentives, man. We don't give people the jobs they want. We don't get people into incentives. There's so many different places, things. You know, it's funny. What game of sports that was in your school, James?
All of them except hockey.
Well, name it. Just name it.
Football, basketball, baseball. Let's see, softball. I think we had a bowling team at one point. Track and field, wrestling. I can't remember any others.
Basketball, track and field, football.
That's all you had? Yep.
What if somebody was nice at lacrosse?
They need to transfer. Plain and simple. I didn't have.
How would they even know?
Right.
What if they nice at bowling?
That's good.
Bowlers make millions of dollars.
They do. Through sponsorships, yeah.
What if they was nice? What if they just needed a chance? Just go up there and they never had that chance. Some schools I know had swimming teams. My school didn't have no swimming team. What if,
we did till they shut down the Continental League.
But you know, like, what about these opportunities that are being given out or not given out to people that we don't realize that everybody's not getting? When you say no child left behind, when you say everybody's getting a fair shake, it's not an honest situation.
No, it's not. And, that comes straight from our leadership all the way down to us individually. I mean, we aren't holding our leaders accountable. We're not stepping up and doing what we have to do to make sure that we are a government by the people, for the people.
We're too busy letting the government play us to be their people.
And we're also too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? What do you got going on over there? You got some comments?
No, I'm looking. I'm gonna look. That's what I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna look at the comments. That's what I was gonna look at right now. We ain't got no comments. We got some love though. Thank you guys for sending us the loves and the likes. Like we asked, say please like and comment and share.
Absolutely.
So they giving us some loves and we getting some joints right now, and I'm loving it. I'm liking that. And we're getting that.
Greatly appreciate you guys so much.
Definitely. Yep. Thank you guys, man. Give us love. We ain't got no share. We got one share, but we got some views and some love. So thank you guys for your love. Hi, what up? What up? What up? How you doing, Cheyenne? What up, cousin? I see you over there showing us some love. Thanks for watching the show, man. Thanks for liking and loving it. We just talking about different things that people may not get as far as opportunities is concerned, and how even then I feel like like I always say, it's funny. I just had a conversation with somebody at a meeting. Me and this guy was at the meeting earlier. He's a handy dude. Are you handy?
Not really. I got fat hands, man. I can't do nothing.
You want to be handy, but
I want to, but my hands do not allow for me to actually get a hold of something the proper way. And then you go through my nerve damage from getting stabbed in on it. I'm a fucking mess. You don't want me fixing anything.
But I've never been handy either. You see, I keep my nails done, and I was just saying how I'd rather pay somebody else to do something sometimes.
Agreed. I ain't trying to unclog my toilet.
But to say somebody's wrong for not wanting to unclog the toilet because you're poor, you should want to be a toilet clogger is not. I think
it's not fair.
We people, and if somebody is willing to do that, shout out to whoever,
absolutely,
and wherever they come from, because there's enough room for everybody. We just need to find ways of making sure that people can find what they love. I think that's what schools should be about.
I agree.
School shouldn't just be about trying to learn what A plus B is about. It should be about helping you have enough basics to home in on what really means something to you, hopefully, by the time you get to a certain age, and then be able to really go into that.
Yeah. I mean, I live this every single day. My 10-year-old, Jackson, he's actually here today.
Super smart kid.
Unbelievable.
Watching a fucking electrician YouTube video when I came in, I was so pissed off.
Right.
My son wants to watch videos of people pouring tea on their nipples.
Yeah, and Jackson's over here watching electric conductivity videos, trying to learn about electricity and how it works at 10 years old. The schools, the whole No Child Left Behind thing is such a crock of shit because not only can you leave a child behind that's not pulling up to grade, but you can also alienate and leave the kids that have the intelligence and the know-how and know the things that they should already know at the end of the year. You should allow them to progress. Now, granted, I understand there's social skills and shit that's involved with this. I do get it. But my 10-year-old should be in 6th grade right now.
I feel like social is not why my kid goes to school. Academics is why my kid goes to school.
Well, that's why we're told they have to go to school.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. And if he's academically or she's academically at a 6th grade, let's get them there. Let's get them through this. They can learn how to socialize later.
And they can also do it through sports teams that they're going to be on based on age.
Possibly, yeah. Like there's other ways you can learn how to socialize and become social. I don't even want my kid really socializing in school, to keep it real with you, for multiple reasons. Kids are the worst. I was one of those worst kids. I'm the one bringing the nasty magazines to school and showing your kid that he's trying to the one you're trying to have socialize with me. And now they don't have nasty magazines. They got these nasty phones right here.
Right.
But they able to show everything that happens.
And you know what the funny thing is about that whole situation? I was always the kid that was disrupting class because I was bored. Challenge me. Make me feel like I belong in this class. You guys have got to understand we have to do better in our education system. We have to do better in our economic system and our job system. And we have to do better about loving every single person and understanding that when terrorist attacks happen, we have to be there for them. And that's all I've got to say.
And I think that's a root of it. That is a root of the issue we face, is that people don't feel heard. And I'm not making an excuse for anybody, but we need to teach people how to communicate and how to understand that in communication, it ain't about it, because like a lot of people have been taught, if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna beat your ass.
And that's the reason why domestic violence is so high. That's the reason why the divorce rate is so high. I mean, if you look at it, communication is usually the root of all these problems.
That should be what's really taught in school.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean how to use them, they, and theirs, and all the other stupid shit that people care about or pretend like this, man. 2025. Let's make a Let's talk about. Let's each name something we want to leave in 2024.
What do I want to leave in 2024? That's a good question.
Let me start off.
You go ahead.
I want to leave everybody thinking since the election is over and we already got a president. I'm tired of everybody that got a internet connection thinking they're a political expert. Please leave that in 2024. I don't care how many articles you read. You're giving me second or third hand information. I'm just done. I just want to have a regular conversation about something else, please. I'd rather talk about sports and I don't even watch it than sit here and talk about politics. I'm really tired of it. That's one thing I want to leave in 2024.
I think what I want to leave in 2024 is all the negativity behind. I mean, like we talked about that comic at the open mic. I don't want any more negative people influencing how things go down because their insecurities. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Their insecurities lead to, affecting multiple people, and that's just not fair to everybody else.
Not at all.
And I want to leave that behind.
I want to leave that alone. I want to leave the idea that people can't have their own opinions.
Ooh.
I want you to be able to have your opinion. And I don't want somebody to be villainized because they have a different of opinion. If it ain't hurting anybody. If you just have a different of opinion, if you want to think 2 + 2 is 5, as long as you're not going to the school and making every kid listen to you, I'm not here to bother you. I'll let you walk around thinking 2 + 2 is 5 and leave it alone.
Yep.
And I want to leave that in 2024.
And I think what I want to leave in 2024 is the UK football record. 4-8. Let's get past this shit and move on. I'd like to have a good bowl game to go to in December next year, preferably one of the 12 spots in the national championship. So if we can make this shit happen, I'd be very appreciative. I love football, and I miss seeing a good team on the field. I want to leave that behind.
Also, I want to leave behind the restaurants where people don't care about the food that they serve. If you don't care about,
it's got something to do with the fact that it's just stable. It's right before they introduced the dynamic island thing on the. So, I mean, it is the last of that generation, and it has so many freaking,
Little Baby dropped the album. Did you listen to it?
No. Does that look like? I'm not listening to Little Baby.
What are you about to say? Does it look like I listen to Baby?
No.
That would be me being prejudiced to the school.
Exactly. That's why I stopped myself. I stopped myself because I do listen to rap. And
I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
You did, and I appreciate that. But what I've been listening to lately is Turbo Rock on.
Is it new or old?
It's old. It's 99 and 2000s heavy metal on Sirius XM.
That's always some new music.
I
can't review old music. Well, we could, but it's.
Well, I still listen to the pop shit too. It's just a matter of which mood I'm in. If I want to do something and I'm pissed off or something, Turbo Rock all day.
Yeah, but it's old.
Yes, but I know the words. That's the problem.
That's the best music. Music you can sing along to at first. It is hard to listen to some new music at first because you don't know the words. And you're trying to kind of get it. But once you get it down, you can karaoke it. You're like, this is my genius.
Some of these new beats.
What was the album for you of the year last year? What was the album for you?
Probably Doja Cat. No, not Doja. I'm so stupid. It's Dua Lipa. What?
Mine was Blast. BLXST.
See?
Blast.
Total different opinions. But I have my right to have my opinion.
Do you like Blast?
I don't know it.
Blast. I know. Blast makes like R&B kind of thing.
Cool.
But it was my album of the year.
I like Dua Lipa a lot. That started when I heard "Break Your Heart," and the reason I got turned on to her so much
because she was good.
Well, no, it has nothing to do with her looks.
That's not what you turned on. You said the word turned on.
I know I did, but I got turned on to the music because of Chad Smith, the drummer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What was wrong with him?
he actually did this recording where it was on a channel called Drumeo on TikTok. And he does this recording. He's listening to the Dua Lipa song without the drums. And he does his whole drum part to it. Excuse me, I just barely spit. Anyway, he does his own drum part to it. And when you play it with the regular track versus his track, spot on.
Oh, he's that nice. Well, he's nice.
But I mean, it's like he's never heard the song.
He's nice.
But he knows exactly what
that's fine.
And what, yeah, it was.
That's talent.
And when I heard that, I was like, man, I really got respect for Dua Lipa. I like this song too. It kind of catchy. And then I started listening to more Dua Lipa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'm in.
I found out about Blast through Kendrick Lamar's Grammy-winning album, Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers. He was on a song called Die Hard. Blast Son the Hook on that song. Hope I'm not too late to set my demons straight.
Sounds about right.
And I liked that song, and I was like, I just like the hook. I'm like, who is this on the hook? And it's Blast. And I go check out some other songs, and he got some good joints. And then I just kept following his career. He dropped the EP that I liked. They called Just for Clarity the year before. And this year he dropped I Will Always Find You, which I thought was just like, I put it on, played it the first time. It came out in July. And I just was like, all right. I kept listening to it, and every day I would get a new extra song. Like my first one listed out, my first song was How Many. I was hooked on How Many. And then as I'm listening to it again, I'm like, oh wait. I like Paper Route. All right, hold on, wait. All right, I like The Long Way. Oh wait. All right, I like Reasons. Oh, I like this. So by the time it was over, I think out of like maybe 16 songs, I only wasn't completely hooked on 2 songs. So it was a lot of it, and I just listened to it at the end of the year. So shout out to Blast, supporter. Shout out to Dua Lipa. And if y'all didn't get them guys a listen yet, get them a listen.
I got a challenge for you.
What's up?
So here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I have a movie pass.
Okay.
Where I can go see whatever movie.
You tell me, and I also have the movie pass that I don't use.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, here's what I want to do. Once a month, I want us to do a music and movies update.
Okay.
Like what has come out this month
that we like,
and what we don't like. So I'm going to put myself in awkward positions and watch movies I normally wouldn't do, and I want you to put yourself in the same position. Right. And then I listen to songs I wouldn't normally listen to, and you do the same.
I'm gonna let you know off the rip though, I'm pretty sexist.
I know this.
How do you know?
Because you've told me.
But it was jokes.
But it was. Some jokes are based in reality. Let's be real. They're just jokes. That's a callback for everybody that was not at the open mic on Wednesday.
Please check out my YouTube where I got my first set of 2025 going up here, and it's on there right now. It's doing some numbers. It could do better, but hey, God is good. I'm just happy for anything it does. I'm your favorite cousin from Auntie Uncle that you had. I'm 34 and a half.
Wait a minute. Don't you sign off yet. We got to talk about what we got coming up.
Oh, what do we have coming up? All right. January 18th, I have a show in Louisville at South. What is it?
Am I on it?
I think that's the one I was trying to.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it. Okay, so mine starts on January 16th. I have the Mad Axe open mic that I'm hosting.
All right.
That'll be going on at 8 o'clock, list at 7:30. Then on the 18th, we're going to West Point Theater and Music Hall in Louisville. And we're going to go do an open mic there. That's what that is.
Okay, yes.
And then on the 20th, I will be at Planet of the Tapes.
And January 7th, on Tuesday, open mic at Comedy Off Broadway. I think I'm one of the reserves or not. Don't give me the lion. But either way, if I'm not, it's
a great show. It's $5.
Great show. $5. Come through. Comedy Off Broadway, open mic, amateur comedy.
And every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. for clean,
Hotel
9 p.m. for dirty. We are doing an open mic right here at Barrel 53 at Hotel Lex in Lexington, Kentucky. This place has been more than generous to us, and we love them very much. And we would really appreciate it if you come out here, have a meal, listen to some
music. We
music.
just ate some wings before the show. Both of us.
Oh my God, the wings! I don't want to. Yeah.
What's the day of the roast?
The day? Oh yeah, the 23rd. We're going to be at Twisted Cork, both of us in a roast battle. His first opponent is
Colin Rouge.
Rouge, yeah, Colin Rouge.
I don't know.
And my first opponent is Kate Framers. I'm going to tell you right now, Kate, you're going to be off balance.
I'm telling you right now, Colin.
Yeah, Rouge.
Nobody's going to know how to say your name because you won't need a name. You're going to put it in your casket, in your tombstone. Because I'm going to be like the Undertaker.
Oh my God, he's gone Randy Savage, Undertaker. Once again, though, I'm James Andrews. I've been your host. My co-host is
34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from Auntie your uncle. You may know you had.
And we will see you Friday.
And we love you. And remember, you are funnier in person.
That's right. See you Friday.
It's Monday. If it doesn't rain.
Oh, that's right. It's today's Friday. Fuck me.